So I read this survey, it was really interesting, and it said that 1/3 of Americans are more afraid to start their own business than jump out of a plane. Holy Toledo. Have you dreamed about getting paid to cook, having a successful personal chef business, having clients who love you, adore your food, and call you chef? Well, what's stopping you from starting a personal chef business? Hey there, Chef Shelley here. I am a personal chef. I've had a successful business for over 15 years, and when I'm not cooking for my clients, I help passionate cooks like you start your own business so you can get paid to do what you love. So if that's something you're interested in, click subscribe and be sure to hit the little bell so you get notified and never miss a video. I've asked a lot of passionate cooks, maybe just like you, who have wanted to start. What's stopping you from, starting a personal chef business? Why haven't you taken the leap? And I have gotten a lot of answers, like, I don't know how to get started. I don't know where I would find clients. I don't know if I could make enough money. But really, their answers all boil down to one thing: fear. But not just any fear, fear of failure, right? Overcoming fear when you're starting your personal chef business is one of the most important skills that you can master. It's just as important as cooking well. If you're not doing the things that you know you should be doing, if you want to start your own business, it's probably not really that lack of time or money that's stopping you. It's because you're kind of afraid, like being frozen by fear is super common. We all do it. It's just a human thing. But sometimes it can be hard to recognize in ourselves, right? Often we blame it on, oh, I don't know how, or I don't have the money to get started, or now's not the right time. That one's nice and vague. Or just plain old procrastinating. Oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But when you dig deep into it, a little bit deeper, it's really just fear in disguise. Everybody has fear. It's actually hardwired into us. It's an evolutionary trait just to keep us safe from danger, right? How else would we know that we need to run from that saber-toothed tiger, right? Unfortunately, it can also manifest itself as being afraid of what other people think about us, which, contrary to your brain's thinking, actually will not kill us. Every entrepreneur has to face their fear and overcome it. Now, don't get me wrong, we still have the fear. We just have learned how to manage it, go over it, throw it. Understanding kind of the fear, because when you realize that that's what's stopping you, you just ask yourself, hey, wait a minute, why am I not doing this thing I know I should be doing? Am I kind of afraid am I afraid to put this post up because of what other people are gonna think? Am I afraid somebody's gonna see it and maybe comment on it, something negative, And just think about it, if it's actually true or not, and what evidence is there that it will or won't happen. Because when you work through it a little bit like this, you might even realize that, your fear might not even be logical. It might not help, because we all know that fear is totally irrational and emotional, but this fear can often show up as and be disguised as procrastination. I know for me, when I'm procrastinating about doing something, like maybe making these videos, it's something that, just might be something running in the back of my head that I'm not really sure what to do, and something like that. And it's really just the fear of getting it out there. A lot of the time, I know what I need to do, but I keep coming up with reasons I can't do it right now, which really means I'm just kind of scared to do it. Once I realize that there's something that I'm afraid of, then it helps, and I can easily just look into that and think what's going on. And it looks for me like this, like procrastination ploy number 1. yeah, I don't know how to get started, especially if it's something really big that I want to do. Ooh, I don't know what to do first. It seems like a lot, things like that. A lot of people, when you first have an idea, you don't know where to start. All it takes to solve this, though, is a little research. So really, more likely, it's fear, if that's what's stopping you, the I don't know where to get started. Then there's procrastination ploy number 2. Oh, yeah, I don't know enough. This is also known as Imposter Syndrome. Since you're watching this, you probably love to cook. You've probably done it for a while. You like your food. Other people have liked your food. So you have evidence right there that this isn't true. You know how. Then there's procrastination ploy number 3. I don't know how I'd get clients. All right. You know, maybe you've already gotten paid to do a little catering or party trays or something, or had people ask you if you would cook for them. So how did that happen? And if you haven't yet, you will soon if you want to let people know. Have you told anyone that you will cook them a week's worth of dinners for X amount of dollars? Or that you'd be happy to prepare for them a romantic dinner for 2, or even a dinner party for 6 people for X amount of dollars? So is it that you don't know how to do that? Or when I say that, did the pit of your stomach go, oh God, I'm gonna die? The thought of telling someone that you can cook them a week's worth of meals for X amount of dollars. So this is really why fear sucks, am I right? Because fear, it stops us from taking action, it causes us to self-sabotage, it prevents us from doing what we really want to do in our hearts. And fear can be subconscious, which makes it sneaky and hard to identify. So a way that you can kind of get rid of the fear of failure, or at least manage it a little, is how can you break your paralysis and get past that scare of failure if you know you're not doing what you should be doing? It just takes 2 little things. You ready? Change your attitude about failure and take action. So all you have to do is change your attitude about failure, and this will shift your mindset. So think about, what are you really scared of about starting your own personal chef business? Are you afraid other people are going to judge you? What if you ask someone if they want to become a client and they say no? What if you do something wrong? What if people don't like your food? Well, failure is not life-threatening. What'll happen if someone says no? They don't want your services. Sure, it's not the answer you want, but statistically, I'm 100% sure that you're not going to die, even if you might feel like you want to a little bit. We all have people say no. So how about what will happen if you do something wrong? Maybe you pick a business name and then you end up not liking it. Maybe you hire a web designer and they flake and take your money. Maybe you underprice a catering job and lose money. Well, guess what you can do? We have the power, we can change our minds, we can make a different choice, we can learn from it, improve, move on, do things differently. And you are already way ahead of people who never started or quit when something went wrong. And then the big one, what if people don't like your food? Let me ask you, have you cooked for people before? Did they like your food? Do you like your food? Has anyone in the history of the world not liked something you cooked? Are they entitled to their own opinion, even though we both know they were wrong? Did you quit cooking because someone didn't like your food? Is it even ever an option that you would quit cooking? You know, mistakes can be uncomfortable and suck, but they're not life-threatening. And not to get all Pollyanna on you, but failure is an opportunity to learn and then move on. why can't we just get that from eating chocolate chip cookies is a mystery. But when you make a mistake and fail, you just take the opportunity to learn from it, grow, you move forward, and then next time you'll have success. So sometimes, and this is a really good way to think about it, when you think about failure like that embracing the learning part, because fear can come from the fear of the unknown. And the quickest way to get through that is knowledge. So learning can be a powerful antidote to that fear of failure. And successful entrepreneurs and leaders really embrace lifelong learning and failing. So just be sure that when you're focusing on that learning, especially when wanting to start your personal chef business, that you're not using this as a procrastination tactic to avoid taking action that's scary. Just take small steps, grasshopper. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Don't focus on the whole thing. Just do the next thing that moves you closer. Call that friend who has an annual holiday party you want to cater, or invest in some personal chef training, or press publish on that Facebook business page. Just do the next thing that moves you one step closer. Start with those small, achievable tasks, and this will make everything less intimidating. Because remember, everything doesn't have to be perfect. It won't be anyway, trust me, so don't waste your valuable time. Someone named Sheryl Sandberg wrote, "Done is better than perfect." And the subtext there is that if you're going for perfect, it will never be done. So don't let procrastination too become another procrastination stall. Perfection become a procrastination stall. You know what? If you need some help with this, we have a support group of passionate cooks. And to be honest, entrepreneurship can be a lonely road. Without people who really get it and are working on it along with you, it can be so much harder. So surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneur chefs who can help you through rough spots and who will hold you up and celebrate your successes and help you remember why you want to start a personal chef business. And I'll put a link to that group down below. It's a free Facebook group, and I guarantee there are no asshole chefs in there. And remember too, when fear is starting to creep in, remember why you want to do this in the first place. To get paid to do what you love, cook. You want to make a lot of money, you want to have control over your own schedule, you want to know exactly how to stay focused and centered. You just keep that in front of you, why you want to have your own personal chef business. Because let me tell you, overcoming the fear gets easier, but it never really goes away. Unfortunately, as long as we're continuing to learn and grow, we're always going to have some fear because we're pushing into that new and that unknown. And fear is just a sign that we're a little bit outside of our comfort zones. But that, my friend, is where the magic can happen. The good news is, with every action you take in spite of the fear, your confidence is going to grow. And not only does that reduce your fear in that one area, but your fear fighting muscles get stronger in general, making you more capable of handling the next challenge. Starting and running your own personal chef business will be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. Not just personally, but financially. So don't let your fear of failure make you miss out. You're not going to be able to skip the fear, but with practice and some successes under your belt, you will be able to manage it. Maybe even enjoy it, knowing that you're making progress towards actually achieving your dream. So take the first action step forward if you haven't yet already. There is a link right by this video. You can download the free guide on how to do weekly meal prep for paying clients and get some practice in under your belt. Because I'm telling you, the clients are out there and they're hungry for what you're cooking. So don't be too afraid to do it for them.